Good morning everybody and welcome to PE with James for Glenboy Primary School. If you're seeing this video, you are in P1 and P2 and we're going to be having lots of fun today doing lots of exercises. Now, you can see that I am doing this video from home. I'm in my son James Jr.'s playroom. I've moved all the toys over here to give myself some space. Now, he might come in and out of this. Now, you might have little brothers and sisters too, or your mums and dads might know what it's like working from home. So you might hear a bit of crashing, banging, the camera might fall down. So bear with me in case these things happen. Now, all you're going to need to do to have a little bit of fun and exercise with me this morning is some space. So maybe if you're in the living room, you might want to move everything to the side or ask for some help from mum and dad to maybe give you some help with that. Maybe you should be wearing shorts and a t-shirt, so if you're a bit overdressed you could quickly go and get that just now. You're not going to miss too much in the next 30 seconds, but if not, you'll be okay. It's not going to be the fastest start. We're going to take our time, make sure our body is nice and warm, and the main thing we're going to do today is increase our heart rates, because we're in this thing called lockdown, which I'm sure you might have heard about already. You're doing school from home, and it's very important that we still get our heart rates high, because it's not good for our bodies when our heart rate stays low and we don't do a lot of exercise. I'm sure you've all been having a lot of fun in the snow this week, which has been great. It's been a little bit dangerous, so maybe some of you haven't been able to go outside and run around and play as much as you would like. So that's what we're going to try and do today. We're going to try and have some fun, move our bodies and get our heart rates up. Okay, so if you've got your shorts and t-shirt, if not, don't worry. You might want to get a drink of water. Maybe shout, "Mom, can I have a drink of water?" We'll have a stop for drinks as we go along, but first of all we're going to do is start moving our body. So I'm just going to move a little bit back here. I'm going to crouch all the way down, if you can come with me, and I'm going to make myself into a position like a little frog. So I've got my hands out in front of me, I've got my knees out to the side, and I can just push these away, but I'm going to do a little bit of a frog walk. So I'm going to move my hands on the ground here, feet join up. Oh. And again, hands in front, feet join up. And if I get any closer, you won't see me. So I'm going to go backwards, feet backwards, jump, hands back in, feet backwards, jump, hands back in. And I'm all the way back to where I started. We can stand up, nice and slowly. And now we're going to do a bit of a longer lunge into this shape. So we're going to stand nice and tall. I want you to have your hands up above your heads, but then you're going to move your hands down and touch your toes, and then come up to your head and then move down to touch your toe, and lastly up. We're going to stand and swap our legs. You might have heard James Jr. already shouting me there. He'll hear my voice and he'll be excited. All of his toys are in here, so he might come in and start to play around, but that's okay. It's his playroom, we have to give him space, so bear with us if that happens. So we're in this lunge shape. We've got one leg in front of the other, hands up nice and tall, and we're going to lean forward, touch our toe, come back up, lean forward, touch our toe, and come back up, and lean forward, touch our toe, come back up, and we're going to come back up to standing. Okay, now I want to make sure we can get our heart rate a little bit higher. So all I want you to do is to do some little jogging on the spot. Just a little bit. Doesn't have to be too fast. We'll make it faster in a little minute. Maybe you can move sideways and move to the other side. Move forwards, move backwards, and back into the middle. Now we're going to do it a little bit quicker, and a little bit quicker, and a little bit quicker. So we're going super fast. My heart's already racing. Can you feel yours? If you put your right hand across the left part of your chest and just wait for a minute. Boom, 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 boom. My heart rate's faster. I feel warmer. I might have to open some windows in this playroom because I'm already getting hot. Now we're going to play a little bit game with colours. I'm sure you've all played Twister before. Well, I've got a little variation, but you're going to need to get something first. So I'm using these little Paw Patrol mats, which are James Jr.'s one of his little toys to build things with. Could you go and get either a book, piece of clothing, anything, but I need yellow, red, blue, and green. A toy, anything that's one of those 4 different colours. Run off and get those, and I'm going to put mine down on the floor. Blue, and red. Oh, red can go a bit closer. And green back here. And yellow. That seems about right. Okay, hopefully you've been able to do that. It doesn't matter what it is, if you could have just 4 slightly different colours. So you can see in front of me, for my left hand, I have a red mat. You can have a red something, a red toy, it doesn't matter. Over here I have blue. In front of me for my right hand, I have blue. Maybe my lefts and rights are backwards. That might be a problem. Sorry about that in advance, but I'll stick with what's in front of me. I think it's backwards for you. This is my left hand, and I've got a red mat. This is my right hand, and I've got a blue mat. Towards the back here, next to my left foot, this is my left foot. It might look like my right foot. This will be confusing. There is a yellow mat, and back here for my right foot, there is a green mat. So what we're going to do, we're just going to be on our hands and knees, and we're going to do a little bit of a variation of Twister. But the idea is to make it a little bit confusing for you so you can have fun. So we are going to, first of all, touch the red toy, or move your hand towards the red toy, put it back, touch the blue, put it back, touch the green, put it back, and touch the yellow. Okay, that was fine. Now let's see if we can do 2 in a row. So red, then blue, red, blue. And now green, then yellow. Green, yellow. That's not a problem. Let's try a different way. Let's say red, then yellow. Red and yellow at the same time. We'll put them back. Now we'll do blue and green. Blue and green. We'll put them back. Now we're going to try and speed up as quick as you can get to these. So we'll try to do it fast. Red and yellow. Nice. Now blue and green. Very good. Now let's try and make the wrong hand go to the wrong one. So can we put your, now you're going to have to bear with me on lefts and rights. That could be a problem. So sorry if it goes wrong. This is my left hand, and I'm going to move it to the blue. At the same time, my left leg's going to go to the yellow. I'm going to move my right hand onto the green. I can't get to the third one. Look, my foot is all the way over here, so we can do 3 at once. Let's try again. So you're going to move, this is my right hand onto the red. I'm going to move my right foot onto the green, and my left hand here onto the yellow. There it goes. Let's keep trying these again. So how about we're going to get even harder now. We've just done 3. Now we're going to try 4. So if we can put one hand on red, one hand on blue, one hand on yellow, and there's going to be a hard bit. Can you get the other foot onto green? And I'm making a big star shape. Can you hold it? Can you hold it? Oh, let's relax. Now we're going to try that one again and then come back into the middle. So left on red, right on blue, foot on yellow, foot on green. Can you hold that shape? Depends how big you made your spaces. If they're too big, bring them closer together. Hand in, knee down, knee down. Very good. Okay, we're 9 minutes in already, so let's have a little drink. Hopefully your body feels like it's been worked and you're getting a quicker heart. It might have slowed down a little bit there, so we're going to speed it up again. Keep your red, blue, yellow, green around you. They might be in a different order for me, so sorry if that was confusing. It might be so difficult, but try and mirror what I've got in front of you, or ask mum and dad for help. Okay, let's have a little drink. My drink's leaking. Let's clean it up. Okay, now I'm going to play a little bit of a jumping game. So we're going to start in the middle, and I'm going to aim to go to a different colour each time. So we're just going to take it in turns at first. So I'm going to jump to red and jump back. Now I'm going to jump to blue, still see me, and jump back. Now I'm going to try and jump to green. Maybe I should turn to it because it'll be safer. Jump to green. I'm going to jump back. And I'm going to jump to yellow and jump back. maybe you can do the same thing. So let's do it all together. We're going to do red, blue, green, and yellow in that order, okay? Jump to red, jump to blue, where's green? Jump to green, jump to yellow, and back to red. Good jumping, good jumping. Now maybe we can make it a little bit harder. We're going to try and spin from one colour to another. So this time I'm going to stay in the middle of all these toys that I've got. And my feet are going to point in the right direction. First of all, I'm going to point in the direction of red. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to jump to blue. So we're just spinning in a little circle. From blue, we're going to go to yellow. Very good. Now if you've noticed, I'm always turning one way. This is to my right. Now I'm going to ask you to turn the opposite way. Let's go back to blue, but jump the other way around. So yellow to blue. And that should be as easy as goes. So let's give it a few tries. We'll try and do a few in a row to try and see how we get on. So remember, your toes want to always land pointing the right colour, and see how far we get to. So blue, turn left to yellow, turn right to red. That might not work if your left and right's wrong, so I was not saying left and right. Let's jump to green, jump back to red, but go the other way. Now we're going to try a bigger one. I'm going to go from red to yellow, but go the long way around. So ready, red to yellow. Oh, good jump. Now I'm going to jump back to red. Oh, good jump. Now that third jump is a little bit harder, so we might have to think about how we're going to land at this time. So can we think about when we land to curl down into a little bit of a smaller shape? So let's practice it just standing, because I was just thinking then when we jump too far, it might have been a bit of a dangerous landing. So when we jump up, we're going to catch our landing. And what I mean by catch is we're going to do a little bit of a sit at the end of the jump. So jump up and catch the landing as we go into a bit of a sit. We'll do the same. We're going to do red to yellow again and catch our landing, okay? Ready, jump. And catch the landing and go back to red. Jump. Very good. Now let's change colours. Let's go from blue to red. So I'm going to go the long way around, catch the jump. Good catch, well done. Now go back from red to blue. Oh, good jump. We're going to try one last hard one of these. We're going to try and spin all the way around. So it's probably best if I do it right in front of you. So I'm going to do red. I'm going to try and jump all the way around to red and catch my landing at the end. Are we ready? It's a big, big spin. Oh, I put my hands down there to catch myself. You might have to do the same. My feet didn't quite make it. I need to spin a bit quicker. Are we ready? Big, big spin. Not quite. You see, this foot doesn't want to quite join. I'm going to try it one more time. We'll try a different one. Big jump. Still, this foot doesn't quite make it. Hopefully you made it as well on that one. We are just about going to have another little drink, because that's up to 13 and a half minutes we're into this. So we've got about 15 minutes left. My heart rate's high. How does yours feel just now? Just put your hand across your chest. Boom, 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 boom. Mine's going nice and fast. Maybe I look hot. I feel hot. We've got the last couple of these jumps, and then we're going to move into some different games. So, I've now jumped to blue. I'm going to go back to jumping from the middle to each colour. So, I'm going to jump to red, then jump to green, jump to blue, and jump to yellow, but always stopping in there. So, red, middle, green. Oops, nearly fell. Back to the middle. Blue, middle, yellow. Back to the middle. This time, let's go red, middle, blue, middle, yellow. Remember that sequence? Red, middle, blue, middle, yellow. Let's give it a try. Red, middle, blue, middle, yellow, middle. How's that? We'll try another three. Let's look at blue, green, then yellow. So blue, back to the middle, green, back to the middle, yellow, back to the middle. Let's give it a try. Blue, middle, green, middle, yellow, middle. Last one. we're going to try a spin as we finish. So we're going to do all the colours, red, middle, blue, middle, green, middle, yellow. And we get to red at the end, a big spin to finish. We ready? So we're going to go red, middle, blue, middle, green, middle, yellow, middle. Big spin. I actually made it that time. Okay, we're halfway through. We're going to play some different games in just a second, but I'll just leave these out here. I think, yeah, because I'm going to need them. All you're going to need for this one, maybe we're going to play a game like a racing car. It involves running really quickly. If you want to, you can get your favourite racing car if you've got one from the house. So quickly, if you want to get your favourite racing car, go get it now. I'll choose one of the James Juniors. It's not mine. Or in fact, no, I can get one of mine. And if you can see this one here was my toy when I was a little guy, when I was just 2 or 3. Now James Junior plays it. So I've got my racing car here. If you've got yours, that's great too. So we're going to play Imagine that we're a racing car. And this is how we're going to start moving really fast. So what I'm going to ask you to do, we're going to do a lap of a racing track, just in our head, this imaginary racing track. We're going to turn corners, we're going to brake, slow down and speed up. So at the start, we're going to imagine we're on the starting line of a race. We're going to start in the countdown. I'll count down from 3 down to 1. And you're going to start sprinting, running really fast, like you're a race car towards the first corner. Are you ready? And go. Oh, I didn't count down, sorry. 3, 2, 1, go. Really quick. Slow down for the corner, turn to the side, and back and go. Quick. Slow down. We turn left, slow down, and we can speed up. Slow down. Turn right, turn left, speed up again. Keep going to the big straight. Slow down. Big time turning right. Speed up, slow down, turn left, speed up, slow down, and then we're on to the finish line. That was fast. Did you go fast? I went really fast. Thanks very much, race car. Off you go. Okay, next up, ice skating. Now, I don't know if you've been out and about the past few weeks, but certainly in Glenboy, there's been a few ice skaters on the lot. Now, I'm not going to try and tell you guys go ice skating because the ice is melting. It's dangerous at the moment. Please don't go on it. But we can do some ice skating here. So if you've done ice skating before, you know that we can. Imagine we're doing speed skating. So I'm going to do it slowly first. We're going to put one foot out, put one foot behind, this foot out, other foot behind. That's the slow skating, but we're going to do it fast in a minute. So my arms are twisting. I'm doing this little half sit on one leg. But when we do it fast, it's going to be like doing speed skating. Are you ready? So from one to the other, and one to the other, and one to the other. Keep going. Well done. Can we go a bit faster? Last bit, if you're in a race, fast. Oh, well done. I'm not very good at ice skating. I usually fall over, but I'm glad I didn't fall over here. Okay, last few games to play before we have a nice rest and a cool down. Arm circles. Okay, I'm going to kneel down for this, but I want you to stay stood up. I'm just kneeling down so you can see. We're going to do some arm circles, okay? Those will get faster. We'll start them slow. So this time we're playing as a windmill. And if you've seen windmills, they go round and round with the wind. So first of all, we're going to make our shoulders go around. Big wide circles. Like that. Change direction. Good. Well done. Right. Let's make our hands go around. Maybe like propellers on an airplane. Go around, change direction. Good. Now we're going to do big circles with this hand backwards. swap hands. It could be like a windmill, or it's like swimming, doing backwards crawl. Very good. Now we're going to do these a bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, and this side. 1, 2, 3. Change direction. Forward crawl. 1, 2, 3. This side. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll do a harder one. I'm going to go sideways so you can see I've got my arms out like this in front of me, to the side of me. I'm going to do these little circles. You can see the other hand's joining in too. Little circles, little circles. Then we make the circles a little bit bigger and go quicker. And do bigger and go quicker and do biggest and quickest. And slow down. Go a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. And smallest. Smallest, smallest, smallest. Oh, that's a bit of a tough one on the arms and shoulders, but hopefully that was good for them to feel. Next up, oh, frogs. That's why I've still got the colours out. So, whether you put your toys away, you might want some cushions or something. You need something to be able to jump on, just like we were doing before. So, right at the start, we did some frog jumps. We're going to do them again just now. So, I'm going to hop to different colours, just like a frog. So here, into red. Now I'm going to go to blue. Let's go try and do yellow. Just like a little frog, back to green. And let's jump forward to red. Cool, big jump. Hopefully your pads aren't as far out as mine, because that's a big jump for little guys. I'm going to jump to blue, across to yellow, and to green, and the last big one up to red. Very good, very good. Next up, sumo hops. I don't need the colours anymore, do I? No. I don't need the colours anymore. So now we're going to play a bit like a sumo wrestler. If you've ever seen these, they're not really on TV these days, so you might not have seen them, but I know what they are. You have a wide stance in your feet, so your feet are really wide. And we're going to do some little hops, probably 3 or 5 forwards and backwards. Ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these hurt the legs for me. Hopefully it's okay for you. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and stand up. I honestly can't do any more of them. Right. Quick drink before we do the last 2. Got 2 more games. I'm spilling water again. Okay. We are just about time. Maybe just 1 game. Let's see. I'm going to sit on the floor. I'm going to call this game How Slow Can You Row? So you can have your feet down, or if you want it a bit harder, feet up, but we'll sit feet down. So we're going to imagine we've got a paddle at either end of our hands, and we're going to row with our shoulders and body twisting. So if you lift your feet up, it'd be really hard, like we're in a kayak or a canoe. I can't remember which one's which. And now we're going to do it slow. Very slow. Slow row. Show me fast, 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 fast. Really quick rowing. And now slow. Really slow. Fast again. And now slow. 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 Fast, fast, fast. And slow. 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 Fast one more time. Fast, 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 fast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow row for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew! How does your heart feel now? Mine's beating really, really fast from that rowing. Whew. Very warm, sweating a little bit. Maybe mum or dad could go get you a towel just now whilst we're about to finish. Okay, so for the last few minutes, we've spent a long time there getting our heart rate really high. The body's really warm, but now we need to make the body go cool again and slow everything down. So if you can at first, just kneel in front of wherever you're watching. Just kneel down first. And we're going to take some deep breaths, but feel our heart at the same time. So I want you to breathe in and then breathe out. Imagine that you're blowing up a balloon or something. Breathe in and blow up the balloon. And now we're going to count as we blow out. So as you blow out, I want you to count to 5 in your head. So breathe in, and we're going to count to 5. Now I'm going to do that with my hand the next time so you can see it. Where can you see it? You can see it somewhere. Okay, ready? Breathe in, and I'll count with my hand. Maybe now you can feel that your heart rate is really slow, or certainly a lot slower than it was before. So let's do some little stretches again, just like we did at the start, to make sure the muscles we've used aren't sore. Oh, here comes my little friend James Jr. James, we're just going to do some stretching. Do you want to join in?
I'm just playing.
He's just playing, that's no problem. We did well to get through without him coming through. So for our first stretch, I've just come up a little bit higher on my knees. I'm push my hands up above my head, like I'm, I don't know, it looks like a pencil or a tower or something. Now will be a leaning tower. Let's lean over to the side. Stay here for a few seconds. And we're going to lean back to the other side. And lean to this side. And lean to the other side. And whilst you're doing these stretches, try and keep breathing nice and slow. Let's lie down on the floor. Now, if any of you go to dancing or anything like this, you might have done this stretch before. Bring your hands down to the side. It's called a cobra stretch or a snake stretch. So you're going to push up and make this banana shape at the back of your body. We'll go down again. Don't want to do it for too long. And come up again. And come down. And come up again. Okay, from here, we're going to get ourselves into the big squat position that we started off in. So, leg up. And this was the frog shape that we spent some time in at the start. But just now, we're going to spend some time, we're going to do some breathing here. So can you put your hands together and push your knees outwards and keep your head all the way up. And we'll do some of those deep breaths again. Ready? And breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, now I think that's going to be finished for today. I hope that was okay for you. I'm really warm. Hopefully you're a little bit warm too. But if you feel like you need to do more of those stretches or more of the breathing, it's really good for you to do, especially when you're stuck in the house at the moment and you can't go out anywhere. It can be difficult. You know, there's lots of feelings. You can use that breathing to always calm you down. If you feel a little bit sad or a little bit upset, always use your breathing to calm you down. Okay, so I'm going to see you again next week. I think P1 and P2 were always going to be on Mondays, but sorry if I've got that wrong. I'll see you again next week, and if you can today, hopefully the ice is still melting, get outside, have a good play, and have lots of fun. I'll see you next week.